Well, hello there, my friends. Kevin the Comic Doctor coming to yet another CGC live unboxing. And you know what? I wasn't going to do one the very next day. I did one last night, as you probably are well aware. I told you I had 3 more boxes to do this week, but then I moved some things around. I found a 4th box, and I said, you know what? I better do another unboxing straight away and get on top of these. The sooner I get these unboxed live, because again, I unbox every single one that comes in. I don't let any CGC shipment go I don't let it slip by. And once those are done, they get moved over to my daughter and she processes everything for me. And so until I get these videos done, they don't get processed, right? So I said I better get these done so she can work on 3 boxes tomorrow and a few more towards the end of the week. Anyways, hey guys, I'm Kevin the Comic Doctor. I'm a comic book presser and CGC authorized dealer located way up in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. Like I said, you're watching a live CGC unboxing. Hey guys, thanks a lot for getting me to 1,500 subscribers. When I get to 2,000 subscribers, I am going to be giving out this awesome, amazing Jim Lee print. Check that baby out. Again, donated to us by Rob P out of Toronto. It is a rather large print, actually. If you've been by the shop, it's on my wall, and it's signed again. It's signed. It's actually signed by Jim Lee. So that's an awesome, awesome giveaway. And again, that'll be going out to some lucky subscriber when I hit 2,000 subscribers. And again, tomorrow, please be sure to join us. I'll be giving out that $250 Comic Doctor gift certificate in celebration of my 1,500 subscribers. It'll be at some point tomorrow night. It might get bumped later because, like I said, my son Jack is going to help me out with it, but he's at a ball hockey tournament tomorrow. And when he gets home, he'll have a quick shower and we'll get on here and we'll give out that gift certificate. It'll be a pretty, well, it'll be, I guess, a half-hour video or so to give out that prize. Now, also, some of you guys may have won those Moon Knight books. Gotta forgive me, guys. I had to take off to go overseas, and that kind of threw me for a loop. I want to press those books before I ship them out to you. I'll try to get those pressed this week and shipped off at some point next week. All right. How many guys we got here right now? 15 people. How you doing, guys? If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so, and hit that like button. Always hit that like button. It's free, and it helps me out a great deal. Anyways, guys, let's see what we got today. We got a few invoices here. We got 1, 2... It looks like we have 3 different orders in this box. And this is one of their bigger boxes, so there is a magazine in this box as well. And we'll start with that one. And I'm going to turn this music down. I'm not sure if you can hear this music or not, but I have music going and it is distracting me. There we go. We start off with a Cerebus, the Art Bark, in an 8.5, but unfortunately it came back a purple label. Look at that. Look at that. They put they put like acid, what do you call it, like chamber paper inside of it, and it's popped up to the top. It's saying there's color touch on this cover. Now, I did not see color touch on this cover. I'm looking at it again right now, and I still don't see color touch on this cover. Maybe there's red, I don't know. Oh, what's going on back there? This is strange. There's a strange line back here. Check this out. Can you see that? Like, I'm not sure if that's from the... There we go. See that line right there? What's that all about? I can't tell if that's from the inner well or what's going on. Anyways, it did receive an 8.5, which is all right, but that line there is kind of concerning. I'm not sure what that's all about. I don't see any color touch on this, so I don't know what's up with that. Unless it was the red, but I'm looking at the red and I don't see color touch there either. So this one's something we're going to look at a little closer later on. Next we have an X-Men 94, and this was on our thumbnail, and it comes back a 9.0 white pages. That's a pretty hot book. And that's not bad, and a 9.0, and that belongs to the same owner as the Cerebus. And we also have a Mr. Mystery, which came back a 2.5. It's an old 1953, I guess you could say horror book. Horror and suspense, and a 2.5. Pretty cool. And that's one guy's order. I'm not sure who that belongs to. That Mr. Mystery does ring a bell, but I cannot recall exactly who they all belong to. Let's go on to the next order. Let's see what we got here. We have, okay, some Alita books here. And we got a lot of Alita books, I think. We got Alita Battle Angel number 6. I want to check out these slabs too, make sure there's no cracks. And a 9.4. Let's see what else we have. We have a lot of Alita books. And Alita... What the hell's going on with this? Okay, I'm really confused here. Very confused here with this one. Why is that a 6.0? I see some spine ticks, but certainly it's on a 6. I'm gonna have to look up the grader notes on this one. I don't see a darn thing to make this a 6.0. That's kind of stupid. These Alita books were all quite nice. Okay, let's see what else we got. That's really strange. Okay, that's more like it. This from the same batch. Right? Why is that a 6.0? That's really weird. 9.4 for number 3. We have a 9.6 for the number 4. Another 9.8, which is nice. So then number 5. A number 4 and a 9.6. A number 1 and a 9.6. And a number 9 and a 9.8, which is great. That 6.0 is really confounding me a little bit. I don't understand what's up with that. Let me put some of these back before I continue. I want to balance out this box. Hope you're all having a good night. Pretty hot up here in the Toronto area. I don't know what the weather is like with you guys, but the weather is really... Summer's, I think, finally arrived. And so nice of our school board, or our school, not to turn air conditioning on. Awful. All right, let's continue here. We got some more Alita books, I think. Yeah, we have another one. We have a number 2 and a 9.6. Number 3 and a 9.6. And that is it, I think. There was 11 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So those are the Alita books, all right? Now we're moving on to the next and the final order. Actually, before we do that, why don't we go over to the chat and see who's in the room today? And then we'll come back to the last order within this submission. Okay, let's see who's here. Let's see who is here. Oh, okay, got time to go home, get some beer. I hope you got some beer. Good, it's hot out there. Have some beer. Hello, good sir. Day 2 of tuning in. Thanks for consistent content. I'm trying, Travis. I try to do consistent content. Like I said, once July rolls around, I anticipate the content to be a lot more consistent. And I'm really excited to maybe even do some more different types of shows as well. Luke's here. How you doing, Luke? James is here. Marco's in the house. How you doing? Fingers crossed my Silver Age book come back soon. Me too. I hope so. I got 3 more boxes downstairs. Maybe they're in there. James is here from New Mexico. How you doing, James? Stavros, Doc. How you doing, buddy? Nick says, my guest for tonight's unboxing, 5 9.4s, 3 9.2s, 2 9.8s, 5 9.6s, and 10 9s. And how about a 6? Like we just saw, which really sucked. RP, how's it going? Good to see you. Luke says, looks oil stains or something. Yeah, I gotta look into that. Use a UV light to check color. I will, and I'm gonna tell you, the book doesn't appear to have color touch. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to take a closer look. Usually color touch is very evident on Aries in the black, the bottom corner. This has got nothing on the bottom corner. It's white. You know, the areas that you see color touch are not color touch. It's really strange. Nick Parker, dang it, I did not see that 8.5 coming. That line is on the back cover on Cerebus one because I have the... So it's supposed to be there then. Okay, thanks, James. That line is supposed to be there. I don't know where the color touch is. I'm going to have to look really closely. Pump the like button, Stavros says, and I would have to agree with them, my friends. Luke, detached staple maybe? Yeah, I'm going to have a look and see. It's got to be something like that. Hey, Bad Hombres here. How you doing, Mike? Detached staple would be just disqualified. So it'd be like a green label. Yeah, I have seen detached staples with green labels, blue labels. I've seen them with both. So Depends who's grading the darn book, I think. Maybe something missing inside. Remember, no more notes on exactly. I'll take a look at I'll take a look in the what do you call the notes in a moment. James, I find sometimes when a grade is way too low, there might be a slight slash in the book that is hard to see. Yeah, I'm going to look it over but I pressed all those books. I didn't see anything. I don't recall there being anything that would make that book. I anticipated all of those Alita books to be over 9, of course. 9, some 9.8, some 9.6s, 9, some 9.4s, not a 6. Although I think one was a little worse to wear than the others, but not to that extent. Not to that extent. What is your number? We'll look it up. I already put it back. I want to dig it back out again. I can't see the grades on top. Oh, it is. Hold on. Here it comes. Okay, Stav. Here it comes. The serial number is 401-641-4009. That's 401 641-4009. Let's see what the problem is. Have a look-see. My books come back yet? I don't know. I don't know. Did they? Have you seen them? I'm not sure. Hey, Comic Doctor, I like your shirt. My wife hates this shirt. My wife thinks I look like a salesman with this shirt on. But thanks, Mike. At least you like it. Dave House, stay air conditioned. It's gonna get hot. I know. And our school, like I said, my school has no air conditioning currently. So by the end, the offices are all air conditioned though. The offices and the principal's office and all the other, the main office is all air con. But the rest of the school, where the majority of the people are, no air conditioning. Which is and apparently it's because the machine's broken and they're waiting for parts and it's not easy because of COVID and all this. I don't know. All I know is there's over 1,000 people sweating to death. So tomorrow I'll be going to school with shorts on, man. That's that, because I'm not doing that again. I felt awful at the end of the day. Just felt awful at the end of the day because it was just hot as hell in there. Davy Claire, those SOBs at CGC finally sending my books back after a 5-month hostage situation. LOL. Well, at least they're coming back, Dave. At least they're coming back. That's a good thing. I guess I'll see them for Xmas. Well, I don't know, RP. I'm not sure. Don't be so sure. I mean, remember, I tell everybody that as people have been handing in books going back to probably last summer, I said expect up to a year. So expect up to a year. And that includes pressing, cleaning, shipping, grading, and return shipping, the whole 9 yards. Up to a year. Now, if you've got books that are high value books, they're going to come back quicker. Once they get cleaned and pressed and sent off to CGC, they'll probably be back within a month or so. But the modern books or the economy books, up to a year. So hopefully not longer than that. Heavy creasing to cover and that's it. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, all right, I see it. I do see it. Yeah. Now, I'm going to tell you something. This is the difference between a modern book and a book from the Silver Age or the Golden Age. Now, this book does have a broken fiber crease right down here. And I can see that right now. And there's a little light one right there too, but the main one is going right. I don't know if you can see it or not. You probably, oh yeah, you can see kind of, well, if it gets into focus. Is it in focus? There we go. Right, you see right there? Now, those types of creases can usually be pressed out unless the fibers have been pinched and the fibers I can see right through, the fibers have been compromised. And there's only so much you can do. And in some areas, it looks like a little bit of color loss as well, too. So, yeah, I can see that. Now, if this were a Golden Age or Silver Age book, this probably would have gotten like a 7.5. But because it's a modern book, they crucified it and gave it a 6. Okay, thanks for doing that, Stav. But you know what? That does make sense. I did remember one being a little rougher than the others, but I don't know. Okay, let's get back and look at some more books. We got one more order to go through. And yeah, let's see. Main camera. Boom. All right, let's see what else we got here. We've got a Transformers. Now again, this is all one person's order, I believe now. Transformers #1 in a 9.0. It's a newsstand. Oh, actually, I think it's the Canadian price variant. I think it is. Right? Nice. In a 9.0. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Where do I put this now? Right there. Right there. Okay, what else we got? We have an ASM 238 in an 8.5. First hobby. Talking about hot, I just pressed, those presses are turned off, but that one there is on. You can see the light flashing there. That press is on. It's putting out a lot of heat. I'm hot. We've got a Daredevil 168 in a 9.4 white pager. Again, this is what we saw on the our thumbnail. This and the X-Men 94. It's a nice grade for that book. Come on. We have a Macros #1. Been seeing this book a lot more frequently now. It's a 9.6 white pager. Not too bad. Ooh, it is a warm one. We have, Punisher miniseries, white pager, 9.4. Okay. Amazing Spider-Man 252 newsstand, Canadian. Is it Canadian? Is that Canadian price variant, guys? The 75 cents. I always get mixed up, to be honest with you. 7.5. It's quite the scuff on there. Anyways, nice book. Few more to go. We got a Thundercats #1. Again, newsstand, I guess. Whoop. And there's those nice ripples again from inside the inner well, which I detest. Anyways, 9.6 white pager. They got to come up with something better for that, man. I don't get it. We have another ASM 238. This one comes back a 9.6 white pager. It's a nice clean book. That's a very sharp book. Couple of covered spine dents there, though. I can see why it's a 9.6. Yeah, not bad, not bad. It's a pretty fair grade on that one. Pretty fair grade on that one, guys. What else we got? We have, I love this book, Frank Miller. First Frank Miller Daredevil art. Spectacular Spider-Man 27 in a 9.4. That's a cool book. Very cool book. Ooh. And I got one more left. What do we got? Another ASM 252. This one is a newsstand copy, 8.5. And there you have it, guys. Another box that was delivered. I'm not even sure when. Sometime last week. We'll get these guys sorted. And again, if you are one of those people that happen to live locally, you know, when I say locally, to within the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area, you are always more than welcome to come down to the shop and pick up partial orders. I have no problem with that. In fact, I'll mail out partial orders, but it just, unfortunately, you got to pay for shipping twice. So most people just elect to just, you know, choose to wait until the entire order is in, and I ship the whole thing back in one shot. I don't know where the hell the color touch on this book is. Come on now. Come on now. Like, if there's going to be color touch, you're going to see it right here, no? Like, wouldn't you see black color touch right there, you know? Or actually, there's other spots too. Where is it? On the back, I think. Where is it? Anyway, I do see like color breaks, like right here in the red right there, for example. See there? Like, wouldn't you, if you're going to color touch, wouldn't you color touch there? That's what I mean. I mean, like, where the heck is this color touch they're talking about? I don't know, man. I don't know if I agree with that one. Where the heck is it? This, I think, was a pretty rough copy, if I remember correctly. It was a pretty rough copy, so I'm happy with the grade at 8.5. I'm not happy about the designation. I'm also not happy how they put that microchamber paper in there and it's sticking out the top of the book. It looks like ass, you know? Yeah, I don't know if I like that. But you know what I do like, though? You see how this book is actually, there's the inner well on this one? That's how the inner well should be. You see that? There's no rippling at the top of that book. You notice that? There's no rippling. There's no rippling because what they've actually done is they've taken, I don't know how I can show this to you, give you an example. They've taken, I'll use some paper here as an example. They've taken, okay, say for example, I don't know. Say for example, this is your comic book right here. That's your comic book, C for comic book. What they're doing now is they have this this inner well that's already been created. It has a little concave area where the book sits into. They close it and they seal it around the edge. But if the book rests tightly within that inner well, when you seal it, it actually kind of pushes against the comic and it causes that ripple effect. What they did with the Cerebus book is the way they should be doing it. It's the best way to do it, in my opinion. And they used to do it that way on older slabs. So what they'll do, they'll take your comic book, a piece of Mylar, they'll place the comic in the middle of the Mylar, right? Another piece of Mylar, they sandwich it as such, and they seal it around all four edges. It's exactly what they did with the Cerebus book. And it doesn't cause that rippling effect along the top of the book. And what I'm going to do next time I crack a book, and I've got a bunch to crack, I'm going to keep one of the inner wells to show you what I'm talking about. It is really, I understand, you know, they're trying different things. Oh, it feels great, actually. Oh, that's what I'm talking about right there, guys. Oh, but that's what I mean. The inner well they've created, it just, I think it makes the book look ripply and crappy in the slab. Doing it this way, look again, have a look. Look, no ripple, no rippling at the top of that book. Come on, get in the focus there. There, look it. No rippling. See how nice and smooth that is? Now watch this. In comparison, I don't know. Let's see. In comparison to this Thundercats book, which is inside of a well. Look at the ripple along the top there. I hate that. And again, it's because they use these stupid, if you look close, you can see the inner well inside. You can see the book is sitting inside of this inner well. Now, this comic doesn't look as though it is being crushed at all within the inner well. But for some reason, the way that inner well is constructed when it's sealed, it sometimes causes that rippling at the top of the book. And I hate it. And I think they should just do away with those inner wells and just use loose Mylar and just seal it within the Mylar itself. Anyways, hey, what do I know? I am just the comic doctor. I am not a grader or a slabber over at CGC. Let's see what's happening in the chat room before I take off. Oh, Prince Zodiac's in the house. Hey, doing there, buddy? Neil, hey, dog, dealing with family stuff, but I watched when possible. Thanks, bud. I appreciate that. We all have family stuff to deal with from time to time, and that's more important than watching these programs. I certainly hope everything's okay. And come by and watch when you can, Neil. And thanks again for your tip, man. I certainly appreciate that. I really do. How the F did CG start having issues with their Mylar and capsules? Okay, let's go. Okay, I got to go back a bit. They are beautiful Aelita covers. Yes, Stavros, I have no clue how to tell CAD price variance. Yeah, I sometimes do. I think that those 75-cent ones were Canadian price variance. I noticed Notice May don't opt for custom labels. I love them. Many don't. Well, it's because it's more money. More money, right? It's a pretty expensive, cleaning and pressing and grading your books. It's not a cheap endeavor. And so, adding another $5 on top of, the cost, it's like some people don't like, and some people do not like those custom labels. I like them if they're the right ones. You know, I don't like seeing modern X-Men labels on old X-Men books, for example. Some people do. It's a personal preference, personal choice. When I tend not to use labels, to be honest, unless it's a really special book. And I think it's because a lot of my books, I just haven't had them done in the past, so I just didn't bother. But some people are all about them. Some people are all about those labels, man. I can tell you that for sure. Whitman variant on that spectacular Spidey. Is it? Was it? Well, I didn't even catch that if it was. Is it because of this, Matt? Or Mike? Because of this? Is that the Whitman variant? If it is, it's a pretty damn nice copy in a 9.4. Nothing wrong with that. How the F did CGC start having issues with their Mylar encapsulation causing ripples? I don't know. I've just been noticing it a lot more lately. You know, and my only guess, it has to come back down to those inner wells and how the comic sits inside of them. I just showed you one that did not use it, and there was no ripples. You know, it was an old Cerebus is not a new book. It's an old book, so there's no ripples. You know, why would it not appear in there? Yeah, it stinks. I don't like it. I've been seeing it more and more, so I don't know. Don't love it. Bought ASM 252 9.8 years ago for $180, though I overpaid it. Back then, you might have overpaid it. But back then, possibly. Dave, how's it going, Dave? Do custom labels make your books more competitive for selling? Well, again, it just depends on who's buying them. Some guys actually put a premium on it and say, oh, it's got a custom label. So especially if you can't get them anymore. I mentioned yesterday about the Stan Lee custom labels. They don't make them. So because of that, people are asking a few more bucks because it has it. But to me, again, it's like some people don't like it anyway. So I'll tell you, I would not pay more for a comic book because of a custom label. That's just nonsense. But some people do. What the serial number? On which one? I prefer buying. And again, Prince Zodiac sent that nice tip for $2. Thanks, buddy. Dave House, I like them too. I do like them on some books. Hey, Doc, hope all's well. Chuck, thank you, my friend. I am doing not too bad. Hope you're doing well as well. Nick Parker says, could that Cerebus be sent back to be reslabbed to fix poor slabbing? Yes, I could complain that the inner chamber paper is not properly placed and looks ugly, and they'll probably fix that for me. But I want to talk to the owner about that book and see if we should maybe resend it back. I don't know if that book really has color touch on it. I want to see where the hell the color touch is. Davy Claire says, top the bottom of the Cerebus slab, maybe shift the micro paper down. Yeah, you could do that too. I'll play around. I probably can. That will probably work. And it probably, I'm sure they didn't put it in there like that. I'm sure through shipping it got shifted around. But again, I'm not too happy about that color touch designation. I think they're wrong. Fanning yourself is not good to do. It makes you sweat more because of the fanning motion. Is that right? What am I going to do? It's hot as hell in here. Stavros, need to upgrade name, Comic Surgeon. Yeah. That was one of my early names. Comic Surgeon, Comic Doctor. Comic Doctor had a better ring to it, I thought. Chuck says, when CGC replaces a crack case, do they regrade the book too? No, they don't. Unless the case has been totally obliterated in such a way that the comic could have been compromised. If they feel the comic has been compromised, they can regrade it. And listen, they can regrade anything you send them. Even if it doesn't look, it's their up to them. Once you send a book to them, they can take it and regrade it. But that being said, in my experience, they will not regrade a book unless the slab crack or the damage to the slab could have affected the grade of the book. If it's like a slight crack or whatever, they'll just quickly reslab it. Yeah. I told the story once. I'll repeat it again. I was quite pissed off about it. I had a Justice League of America #1. It was restored grade color touch. And I knew it had restored. I also thought that it had been trimmed. The book came back a 7.5 restored with color touch and some little bit of glue on the spine. And I was happy with that because it did not say it had been it had been trimmed. So I sent the book back to CGC in hopes to get the color touch and the glue removed and have maybe the book could drop down to a 5 or a 4, whatever. I just wanted the book to be a non-purple label. So I sent the book in, I waited several months, and then I got a notice in the email. They say, yes, your book has been pre-screened and it has been accepted for color touch removal and glue removal. I was really happy. It's perfect. I paid my money, whatever it costs. And then I proceeded to wait another 2 months, and then I get another email saying, we regret to inform you the color touch cannot be removed, and the resto cannot be removed. The book has been reslabbed and will be returned to you as you sent it. So okay, well, there goes, and they refunded the money, right? So whatever. So there you go. I tried, I failed, but it's okay, no problem. The book's coming back 7.5, and that's great. I get the book back 7.5, and now they added trimmed. The book has been trimmed on 2 sides or something like that. So they missed it the first time, they caught it this time. So what does that do to the value of the book? It kills the value of the book. Some people the more you have going on with your book in terms of restoration will bring the value of that book down. So if you got slight color touch, yeah, okay, it's there. People will take that in consideration. If you've got slight color touch and glue on spine, again, things that sometimes can be removed. But if you have a book that's been trimmed, what are you going to do? Now, I know there are some creative people out there that can reverse that trimming designation. It doesn't always work, but I've seen people do this. But still, if you have a trimmed designation on your restoration label, all of a sudden the value drops down even more. So my sending the book in and getting that extra designation hurt the value of the book. So I was kind of pissed off. And so there you go. They have the right to do whatever they want once the book is returned to them. There it is. Bat says Whitman variant price within triangle and blank. Oh, cool. Then it is a Whitman variant. Bad Hombre says it is a first print book. If it was a Star Wars 1-9, it would be considered as a second print. Ah, cool. Nice. I knew there was something going on with that, but there's so many ins and outs and details on Whitman variants and what have you. Price variants, Canadian price variants. I lose track, just like a lot of you guys out there. I lose track. There are some guys that are seriously really well read when it comes to the variants and the Whitman variants, and again the Canadian price variants. I've mentioned Angelo out in Montreal, who's like an expert when it comes to Canadian price variants. He can tell you everything there is to know about Canadian price variants. And myself, not so much. Stavros, would the serial number not? It might. It might. I don't think so. But I will take a look. Bad Hombre, Ghost Rider Volume 2, number 1. If UPC is Spidey logo, it's first print. If it's Ghost Rider logo, it is second print. Be careful out there. Yeah, again, there's these little things you just don't know sometimes. If you're not really well versed in it, you got to be really careful. Nick Parker says it is better not to send a trim book back if they didn't catch it the first time. You're damn right. I knew it was trimmed. I could just see it. They didn't catch it. It was pretty obvious. So when it came back not trimmed, I was pretty happy. I should have left it alone and kept it as is. Oh, well. If anybody's looking for a Justice League number 1, I've got one for sale. You get a great deal on it. 7.5 restored grade, but it's a gorgeous book, a gorgeous copy. Some people will buy slight resto in hopes to remove it. Exactly. And that hope was squashed once I got that book returned. All right, guys, we've been going for about an hour now. I'm going to get going. Listen, thanks so much for popping by today. Again, this was kind of an impromptu unboxing because I found this box buried under some other submissions. I'll be back again tomorrow. Be sure to join us to find out who's going to win that $250 gift certificate for the 1,500 subscribers. And again, if you happen to win that $250 and you have a submission in queue or an invoice that has not been paid yet, I'm happy to apply that to your upcoming invoice. But if not, you can use it for another order down the road. So be sure to join us tomorrow and to find out who the winner of that gift card will be. Guys, have a fantastic night. We'll see you again tomorrow and probably again on, I'm going to say Thursday or probably Thursday or Friday. Not probably Thursday, actually. But until then, have a fantastic night. See you again soon. Take care. Bye for now.